Starting to connect with the breath. Breathing into a 4 count. Holding to a 4 count. And exhaling to a 4 count. And as you breathe, breathe in through the belly, up through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to the tops of your throats. And then exhale in the opposite direction, from the tops of your throats, down through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to your bellies, as though you're wringing water from a washcloth, bringing navel into spine. I have to run in and get my charger as you all are concentrating on the breath because it's inside. I'll be right back. Again, perhaps place your right hands on your bellies and your left hands on your hearts. To connect with the breath. Again, as you breathe, start to go deeper and deeper into this state of calm, knowing that you are in control at all times. Connect with a personal intention for this practice. That intention could be physical, mental, or spiritual. And it could be for you or for someone you love. Seal that intention with one deep inhale and one deep exhale. Good job. Inhale those knees and arms to center. Exhale, knees to the left, arms to the right. Look over that right shoulder and breathe. Breathing into this simple twist. Releasing toxins, massaging our internal organs. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the right, arms to the left. Look over that left shoulder and breathe. Again, breathing into this simple twist, releasing toxins, massaging our internal organs. Inhale back to center. Wrap your arms around your knees, grab opposite elbows, rock back and forth, massage your lower backs and your kidneys. Then grab your insteps, drag your knees down towards your shoulder blades, push up with your feet, pull down with your hands, and happy baby. Rocking back and forth, massaging your lower backs and your kidneys. Good job. then from here, bend your knees at a 45-degree angle. Cross that right leg over left, wrap your feet, right arm under left, wrap your arms. Inhale as you touch your fingers and toes to the mat. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbows to knees. One more or 6 more, depending on where you are. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbows to knees. You can stop here or follow us. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. 2 more. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. And exhale, forward. Good job. Unwrap, unwind, give yourselves a hug. And then cross that left leg over right. Wrap your feet, left arm under right. Wrap your arms. Inhale as you touch your fingers and toes to the mat. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. 2 more or 7 more. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Again, you can stop here or follow us. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. 2 more. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. And exhale, forward. Good job. Unwrap, unwind. Give yourselves a hug. Good job. Inhale first. Exhale as you extend your legs below you. Roll over onto the left side, left elbow, left palm of your hand down. Inhale, that right knee in, grab your instep. Exhale, extend above you. Drag that right shoulder back and down. Breathing in and out in infinity pose. Again, 3 deep breaths here. Inhale that right knee in. Exhale, extend below you. Roll over onto the right side, right elbow, right palm of your hand down. Inhale that left knee in, grab your instep. Exhale, extend above you. Drag that left shoulder back and down. Breathing in and out in infinity pose. Inhale that left knee in, exhale down to the end of the mat. Draw those knees in, place your hands behind your thighs, spinal rolls from shoulder to tailbone and back again. allowing each vertebrae to come back into alignment. We'll do 3 or 4 of these. And again, this is so nice. It does not hurt my tailbone anymore. Coming up to the tops of our mats in Sukhasana, simple seated pose. Place your hands on your knees. Inhale that left arm all the way up. Exhale down to the right, onto that right elbow. Look up towards the ceiling. Drag that left hip back and down. And smile. Inhale back to center. Exhale first. Inhale that right arm all the way up. Exhale down to the left. Breathing into those right obliques. Dragging that right shoulder back and down. Dragging that right hip down. And smile. It's Monday. Inhale back to center. Exhale first. Extend your legs in front of you. Flex your feet. Inhale both arms all the way up. Exhale as you open up to the right. So that your arms are east and west. I can't reach back all the way. Drag that left elbow all the way down on the outside of your right knee. Reach up with your right arm, making mudras with both sets of fingers. Twisting our torsos, releasing toxins, massaging our internal organs. And smile again, it's Monday. Keep breathing. Your breath is your power. That's the way that we eliminate those toxins. That's the way that we open up through the breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opening east and west to the left. Drag that right elbow down on the outside of your left knee. Open up. And again, breathing in and out. Don't even know if I brushed my hair this morning. It's so funny because when that crash happened, I kind of stopped everything that I was doing. So anyway, if I forgot, please excuse me. Again, drag those shoulders back and down as you're breathing. Eliminating toxins again. Opening up your torso. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, reach, 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 reach. Halfway down, place your hands on the mat or the floor. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down, chin to shin. As far as you can, and then just curl in. Again, we're in Dandasana, staff pose. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you bend that left knee, dragging that left heel in. Flex that right foot. Inhale both arms all the way up. Exhale as you fold forward, hinge at the hips, reach, 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 chin to shin. And then just curl in, half Dandasana. Inhale as you walk your hands back again. Exhale as you draw that knee up. Place your shoulder at the same height as your knee. Reach back with that left hand. Reach back with your right hand. Inhale as you sit up. Drag your shoulders back and down. Clasping your hands behind you if that's in your practice. Exhale forward. Cross that left foot over your right knee. Inhale that right arm up. Bend your elbow, place it on the outside of your left knee and open up to the back of the room. Twisting, releasing toxins, massaging our internal organs. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you extend that leg and shake it out. Good job. Inhale as you bend that right knee, dragging it in towards your sit bone. Exhale first. Inhale both arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, reach, 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 reach. Chin to shin, and then fold in. Half Dandasana. Inhale as you walk your hands back again. Exhale as you draw that knee in. Place your shoulder at the same height as that right knee. Reach back with your right hand. Reach back with your left hand. Clasp your hands. Inhale as you sit up. Opening up that whole left side of your body. Exhale forward. Cross that right foot over your left knee. Inhale that left arm up. Bend your elbow. Place it on the outside of your right knee. Open up to the back of the room, twisting, releasing toxins, massaging our internal organs. But you have to remember to breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you extend that leg and shake it out. Good job. Cross your legs back in Sukhasana. And then from here, place your hands on your shoulders. Baby bird 10 times forward, 10 times back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Then from here, place your hands on the mat. Roll up into table. Tuck my shirt in. In table, our shoulders are above our wrists, our hips are above our knees, and if we look between our legs, we shouldn't see our feet. Inhale first to cow. Drag your spines down, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Cat, dragging your spines up, gazing at your navels. Inhale to cow. And again, exhale. Exaggerate the motions. Bend your elbows as you transition to cat. Dragging those spines up, gazing at our navels. One more time. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Good job. Come back to a flat back. And then from here, let's go ahead and inhale that right arm straight out. Left leg goes back. We're in sunbird. Thumb is up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out. Reach around with that right arm. Bend your left knee, grab your ankle, and pull up into modified dancer, modified bow pose. Again, and smile. It's Monday. Exhale down. Inhale that left arm straight out. Right leg goes back. We're in sunbird. I'm a little bit too close to the wall. Thumb is up. Good job. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out. Wrap that left arm around. Grab your ankle as you bend your knee and pull up into modified dancer, modified bow pose. Exhale down. Good job. And then from here, curl your toes under, sit back on your heels. We're making infinity symbols with our wrists. If this is in your practice. Again, sitting back on those toes, opening them up as you do. You can either stay here. Actually, if you'd like to, you can draw those arms overhead, opening up your shoulders, drawing them back and down. Or you can come up on your tippy toes, doing the same thing, either overhead, or draw your fingers behind you. Push the palms of your hands together. Interlace your thumbs, pushing those fingers up towards the crowns of your heads. Breathing in and out. And smile. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock forward on your elbows. Job. And then from here, plant the palms of your hands into the mat. Curl your toes under. Exhale back to down dog. Maybe walking the dog, lifting first one heel and then the other as you drag the other heel down towards the mat. Breathing in and out. Flatten out your backs as you're in down dog. Lift your tailbones up towards the heavens. Press that area between your index finger and thumb into the mat. Press those palms into the mat, taking the pressure off your wrist. Good job. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, and step or jump up. Inhale halfway up to Ardha, flat back. Look towards the front of the room. Exhale down to Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Swan dive backwards, hands come together. Slight back bend. And hands come to Anjali Mudra. Bowing our heads in honor of our practices. Good job. Okay, take a giant step back with that left foot. We're moving towards the wall. Actually, it depends on where your wall is. We're going to move into dancer. So for me, I'm going to be stepping back to the back of my mat. I'm going to use the wall in front of me. You can be wherever you want to in front of a wall, or you can use this as a balance. So either you're working on opening yourselves up as much as possible, or you're working more on your balance, or you can work on both of them obviously at the same time. I'm going to show you how to use the wall, again, starting in Tadasana. Make sure that when you fold over, you form a 90-degree angle with your hips and your torso. As you touch, place the palm of your hand on the wall. Standing up, we're starting in Tadasana, mountain pose. All four corners of our feet are growing into the mat. Calf muscles moving inward, thighs are moving inward, pelvis down the back, abdomen is in, our shoulders are back and down. The crowns of our heads are moving towards the heavens, and our hands are open to receive in Tadasana, mountain pose. Draw your hands to Anjali Mudra. Come up on that right tippy toe. Let's go through Vrikshasana first. Draw that right heel to your left ankle, to your left calf, or all the way up to your left thigh. This is Vrikshasana A, B, or C. Grow those branches of your tree. I don't have a lot of room on that side. Into Talasana or palm tree. First of all, you can have those fingers, those pinky fingers in, and then draw those hands together. Exhale down. Draw your knee into a marching position. And then inhale just that left arm up overhead. Exhale, as you fold forward, hinge the hips, dragging that leg through, grabbing onto your ankle with your right hand and pulling up into modified dancer. So this is dancer, but obviously if you're doing it off the wall, that's the Utthita. Inhale all the way back up again into a marching position. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And exhale down. Shake it out. Good job. Starting in Tadasana once again, we're going to do the other side. Draw those hands together in Anjali Mudra. Come up on that left tippy toe. Draw your left heel to your right ankle, to your right calf, or all the way up to your right thigh. Vrikshasana A, B, or C. Good job. Inhale those arms up overhead into Talasana or palm tree. Possibly draw your fingertips together in the Utthita, and then exhale down. Draw that knee to a marching position. Flex your foot. Inhale that right arm up overhead. Exhale as you fold forward, hinge at the hips. Reach, reach, reach. And then grab onto that left ankle behind you, pulling up as much as you can. Inhale back to a marching position. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And exhale down. Good job. Shake it out. Coming up to the tops of your mats. Inhale both arms all the way up. Grab on to your left. You guys can't see me, can you? Sorry about that. Grab on to your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale over to the right as far as you can in standing crescent. Possibly point that left toe out to the side, stretching that whole left side of your body as you do. Inhale back to center. Grab onto that right wrist with your left hand. Exhale over to the left. Again, possibly point that right toe out and smile. Inhale back to center. Exhale those arms down. Take Venus Mudra behind you. Shoulders are back and down. Inhale first. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Reach, reach, reach with the crowns of your heads all the way down. Maybe allow those wrists to fall towards the center of the room with gravity, opening up those shoulders. Draw them back towards your waist. Release. Inhale, halfway up to Ardha. Exhale down to Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up, swan dive backwards. Hands come together. Slight back bend. And hands come to Anjali Mudra. Good job. Bowing our heads in honor of our practices. Okay, now we're going to start our sequencing. I'm going to tuck my shirt back in. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Step or jump back. Go through your vinyasa or meet us in down dog. Good job. Inhale that right leg all the way up. Three-legged dog split. Exhale, swing it through to a lunge. Plant your back foot, 45-degree angle. Inhale up to Virabhadrasana 1. Pinky fingers in, looking up towards your third eye. Fierce warriors. Shoulders back and down. Exhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Looking towards the front of the mat. Keeping our bodies just above our root chakra. Don't move too far forward. Don't move too far backward. Reach, 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 reach. Palm up. Exalt that warrior. Lift your hearts to the sky. Release toxins. Good job. Exhale back. Straighten up front leg. Reach, 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 reach. And then burst into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Look up, see your thumb. And that front knee coming into side angle. Take a wrap if this is in your practice. Possibly take a bind, reach under, grab that left wrist and drag that left shoulder down as much as possible. And smile. Open up, north and south. Now you can stay here if you'd like to, or you can look in front of your foot. Tip yourselves up into Ardha Chandrasana, standing half moon, flexing that left foot to the wall as much as possible. Ardha Chandrasana, breathing in and out. Bend that front knee and tip yourselves back into Virabhadrasana 2. Now, if you're still in side angle, look down and inhale up to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel those arms down. Kick that right leg back. And go through your vinyasa. Or meet us in down dog. Walking the dog. Inhale through your noses, side out. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. Inhale that left leg all the way up. Exhale, swing it through. Plant that right foot. Inhale up to Virabhadrasana 1 on the left side. Pinky fingers in, looking up, fierce warriors. Exhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Again, don't go too far forward, don't go too far backwards. Reach, 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 reach. Palm up. Exalt that warrior. Lift your hearts to the sky. Release toxins. Exhale back. Straighten that front leg. Reach, 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 reach. Burst into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Look up, see your thumb. Good job. And then from here, bend that front knee. Coming into side angle. Take a wrap. Possibly take a bind, reach up under and grab that right wrist. Dragging your right shoulder down towards the mat. Open up, north and south. And again, you can stay here in side angle, or you can tip yourselves over, reaching forward, lifting that right leg, flexing your foot to the wall. Breathing in and out in Ardha Chandrasana, standing half moon. Bend that front knee, tip yourselves back to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel those arms down. Kick your left leg back. And go through your vinyasa. Or meet us in down dog. Good job. And then from here, come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees and step or jump up. Inhale halfway up to Ardha. Good job. Exhale down to Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Swan dive backwards. Hands come together. Slight back bend. And hands come to Anjali Mudra. Bowing our heads in honor of our practices. Good job. I have my clock that is currently unplugged right now. My kids have decided they don't want that clock on, so it makes it difficult. Inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale halfway up. Take a giant step back with that left foot. Walk your right foot all the way across. Right knee down, left top of foot down. Inhale as you walk those hands back. Maybe take Venus Mudra. And exhale down all the way onto that left cheek. We're in resting pigeon. releasing toxins. Breathing in and out. Again, we're opening up our right hip. Just realized Irene just texted me because it's Susan's birthday today and I had posted it and sent something to Ty. So for all of you who are in Helping Parents Heal, it is Suzanne's stepdaughter's birthday today, Susan. Should have been thinking about Susan for the practice, actually. Just kind of discombobulated today. Inhale as you walk those hands back again, coming off on that right hip. Swing your left leg all the way around. Left foot is parallel to the right thigh. Right foot comes in, right elbow in. Inhale that left arm up and around. Find that right hip crease. Possibly take a bind in the Mariandrasana twist. Wherever you are is perfect. Releasing toxins, massaging our internal organs. Inhale back to center. Extend both legs and shake them out. Come up to the tops of your mats in Malasana Yogi Squat. Placing the backs of our biceps just below our knees. Drawing all four corners of our feet into the mat, lifting our toes. Possibly rock forward. Place the palms of your hands on the mat or on the floor. Rocking back and forth. Slowly rotate forward if you'd like to into Bakasana, lifting those tail feathers, building our core strength, arm strength, bone density as we do. Coming back to Malasana, inhaling from our root chakra all the way up to our crown chakra, and exhaling down again. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Place your hands on the mat, inhale halfway up. Take a giant step back with that right foot. Walk your left foot all the way across. Left knee down, right top of foot down. Inhale as you walk those hands back. Maybe take Venus Mudra. Exhale, humbly bow yourselves, maybe coming down on that right cheek. Good job. Inhale as you walk your hands back again, coming off on that left hip. Swing your right leg all the way around. Right foot is parallel to your left thigh. Bring that left foot in and that left elbow in. Inhale that right arm up and around. Find that left hip crease. Possibly take a bind. Good job. Inhale back to center. Stretch out your legs. Shake them out. Bend your knees. Soles of your feet on the mat. Arms are out on either side. Inhale first. Exhale inch by inch. Vertebrae by vertebrae down to the mat. And when you get there, draw those knees in for a hug. Rock back and forth. Place your heels just below your sit bones. Inhale as you push those hips up. Placing the block underneath your sit bone, underneath your sacrum on the highest, the second or the third levels in a supported bridge. Breathing in and out. Inhale as you push your hips up. Release the block, draw those knees in for a hug. And then extend them into legs straight up. Or possibly, if you'd like to, push those hips up into a shoulder stand. Walk your shoulders under. Possibly draw those toes overhead in Halasana or plow pose. Maybe draw those knees around your ears in ear pressure pose or snail pose. And then inch by inch, vertebrae by vertebrae coming down to the mat. Draw those knees in for a hug, rock back and forth. Good job. Cross your right leg over left, wrap your feet, arms out east and west. Inhale first. Exhale as you allow your knees to fall over to the left, look over to the right. Inhale back to center, unwrap, unwind. Give yourselves a hug. Then cross that left leg over right, wrap your feet, arms out east and west. Inhale first. Exhale down to the right, look over to the left. Breathing in and out. Inhale back to center. Draw those knees in. Inhale through your noses, side out. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. And with that intention, allow your legs to come out as wide as the mat or wider. Arms are down beside your torso. Palms are up to receive, down to ground, starting to relax. Relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles. Relax your calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs. Relax your hips, relax your fingers, relax your hands. Relax your wrists, relax your forearms, relax your elbows. Relax your upper arms, relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Relax your jaws, relax your cheeks, relax your foreheads. Relax the crowns of your heads. Just relax. Start to bring movement back to your fingers and your toes by wiggling your toes and maybe touching each finger with your thumb. Reach your arms overhead, extend through your feet, giving yourselves a full body stretch and filling your lungs with your breath. Then exhale as you draw those knees in for one final compassionate hug, rocking back and forth. Slowly roll over to the right side in a fetal position and remain here for a few breaths. Then using the strength of your arms, come back to a seated position facing the front of the room. Legs are crossed, hands are at Anjali Mudra, heads are bowed in honor of our practice. From the place deep in my soul that I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor that same place that resides within each of you. Thank you so much for coming to practice yoga with me on this beautiful Monday. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Let's see, where did I put my glasses? I don't know where my glasses are. I may not be able to turn this off. I don't know what I did with them. Anyway, it was great to see everybody. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.
Good luck today.
Bye.
Thanks.